I know that I'm exactly who I was meant to be. I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and my nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am.
There it is. I think we're live, right, Jimmy?
We are live.
We're live. Jim Bell says we're live. We are live. Hey, everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? We're so happy to be here. We want to shout out to Jim Bell. He's our producer and engineer. He's out in New Hampshire, and he runs the ship from there for Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. You can get your TuneIn app, click on Armed Radio, and we'll be right there Tuesday nights from 9 to 10. Also, Jimmy puts it into podcast, and then between usually 6 and 12 hours later, and sometimes it's quicker, it goes into podcast and Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. So you can always find our shows there. This is episode 206, I think.
Yep.
Oh my God, 206. Wow.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, how fun is that? And I forgot to tell everybody, because we had our 200th episode, of course, in Massachusetts. But I forgot to tell everybody that actually last week was our 4-year anniversary. So we've been doing the show for 4 years. Isn't that wonderful? And I think what we missed, we maybe 3 shows. One, I was in Italy, and we had Chris DiPiero running the show with Silvana Mastrolia. One, we had a technical issue, and then I took a week off a few weeks ago, and I went to Miami, and there was a hurricane. It was crazy.
Wasn't Chris DiPiero's episode entitled Bobblegate? Bobblegate?
You know what? Yeah, it could have been. And then you see what happened. After that, the Yankees have never been the same. Never been the same. So I'm just saying. And then your Dodgers won the World Series. How are they doing? They're doing well, right?
Yeah, everybody's on. I haven't been watching. I've been in the world of kids.
No, I know. You're very busy. You're working at Camp Heidi.
Yeah, Camp Heidi.
Wild, and you are doing amazing work. So we're very excited about that. Hold on one second.
Okie dokie.
Turn that down a little bit. Okay, so
we
have a lot going on tonight. You got something? Yeah, we have a lot. Oh, Mandar Chick Mag. Oh my God, so many people have joined us already. Let's shout out our friends. We have Mandar Chick Magnet. Hey, you are live. He says, yes, we are. Ed Kutu from Blade Salon. We had him on a few weeks ago. What a great episode that was. Eddie, thank you so much. That was such a fun show. And Eddie's just lovely. I love Eddie. So Eddie from Blade Salon in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. My cousin Rena. Hello and happy Tuesday. Rena, it wouldn't be the same without you. So I'm so glad you're here. And now that we have
the weather, Rena? How's the weather, Rena?
Rena is our meteorologist. You know that. Michael Miller, our great friend. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Michael, I haven't forgotten about you. I know things got a little crazy, but I would love to have you zoom in for one of the shows, please. Michael is amazing, and he's Joe Gulla's friend, and he's an inspirational speaker and just a great human. So we'll have Michael soon.
I met him at the bar, knowing in front of your bar where you were serving us.
Oh, you
did? I met Michael right around Conchita, right around then.
Oh, my God. Right. When you did your show upstairs at the Duplex, which was such a great show, by the way. I'm still thinking about it, and so many great things in your show. So, yes, Michael Miller is here. We are so happy. So happy Michael is here. And we have a lot of great things tonight to cover. 2 of our wonderful friends, Tim Moss and Joe Gulla. Could you pack any more fabulousness?
There's too much talent in this room tonight. It's a little crowded.
I know. And you saw what Joe wrote in our feed. He wrote, can we have that much attractiveness in one show? Yes, Joe, we can. And we can fit it and streamline. We pay the extra money. Here at What's the Story with Maria. We pay the extra money to get that much fabulous into the show.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just quickly run through. I just want to show you, yes, we still have merchandise available if you so. Oh, my God. Leo. Oh, wow. Leo just flipped his invisible hair. Wow. Okay, bring him on, Leo. Bring him on. All right. So our first item for $10 is our tote bag. Of course, look at this. On the back it says "Go ahead, keep eating," and it is a nice durable material. It washes really well. And right now, everybody is carrying bags because plastic is, you have to pay for that stuff now. So it's great, and we've been bringing our own bags. So bring your own What's the Story with Maria bag. That's 10. Also, our mug is 10. Our What's the Story with Maria mug, that's 10. That's a steal. And it says, "Go ahead, keep eating" on the back. So
get Maria's mug on a mug.
Thank you, Leo. My mug.
I'm all tangled up here.
And then, Leo, let me see you modeling that piece de resistance, as we call it. Our blue apron. Go ahead, keep eating. What's the Story with Maria? There it is. That is 25. And let me tell you something. That is the item to have. Karen Mason a few weeks ago sent me a picture. Karen Mason is amazing. Michael Vaccaro, Wool, T and Hall. And please, if you buy an apron, I beg of you, you must take a picture in it. Any merchandise, take a picture. We'll put you on the Instagram page. So, and let me know. Just reach out to me individually, or you can email us at what'sthestory.with.maria@gmail.com, and we will get your item to you. We will get it to you one way or another. Okay?
And that's What's the Story with Maria, no hyphen, no punctuation after the T and the S. What's the Story with Maria @gmail.com.
Thank you. Leo took care of all that. Leo is also taking care of my website now. We're going to update that. We come live on the What's the Story with Maria page. We come live on Maria Gentili's page. If you want to share the show, we would love it. You want to share it to your page? Great. And also we come live on our YouTube channel, which is also What's the Story with Maria. Now, last week, some people were having problems typing in. Here's what I think. Leo, we run live from the show page, right? Is that what happened? Okay, so that's because I know Lynn Portis was having issues typing in and Lori Towers. So here's the deal. Go to What's the Story with Maria if you want to type stuff in, because a lot of people watch us. And I also, let me see, I'm also going to go to our regular, let me see if I can get on here, because sometimes
you can comment from YouTube and you can comment from What's the Story with Maria page, and we can see them right here.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I have both pages up now. That way I can see your comments if they come through. Oh my God, I think Rena said Ziana is there.
Yep, Ziana.
She's my favorite human in the whole world. My Ziana, my mother's sister, incredible person. Oh, I want to throw out one more thing before we start. I'm doing something really, really amazing, and I'm so happy to be doing it in a few weeks in Massachusetts, because that's where I'm from. So if any of my Massachusetts people are listening, and they're having a rehearsal tonight, and then tomorrow I'm driving to Massachusetts for a rehearsal. Not tomorrow, Thursday, I'm sorry. But anyway, so August 15th and August 19th. The 15th is a Sunday. The 19th is a Thursday. I'm with a wonderful group called New Dawn Productions. My friend Bethany Vaughn, we worked together at Romy's Quarterdeck 30 years ago. And she has put together this wonderful singing group. And we are going to be at the Emerson Inn in Rockport. So the Sunday gig, the show is at 3:30, and then there's a clam bake afterwards. So you can buy the show separate, or you can buy the show and then pay for the clam bake separate. And then if you stay for the clam bake, then we do another kind of abbreviated show at the end of that. So you can just be there all day and have fun. And then the Thursday show, I believe, goes 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, something like that, at the Emerson Inn. And that's a lighter dinner type thing. So, just stay tuned. I'm going to be posting about it on my wall, and I'm going to be Facebook Living about it. And maybe even I can get those friends on. Yes, thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. And Leo is helping us with our website and all that, as Leo is the best at it. Right now,
such talent in that group, I have to say.
No, seriously, it's a very, very, very talented group. I just love working with them. They're the nicest people. So, a lot of my Massachusetts friends, they don't have a chance to see me because they can't get to New York, and I can never get there. But now I will be there thanks to Bethany Vaughn. So mark those days. August 15th is a Sunday. August 19th is a Thursday. If you want to see us, it's at the Emerson Inn in Rockport, Massachusetts. And we have shows coming up in November at the a theater in Peabody, which I have to remember. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's a black box theater in Peabody.
You
So,
said
okay,
August 18th, Maria?
August 15th and 19th at the Emerson Inn in Rockport. That's going to be, so if you guys want to, I'm sure you can go to their website and make reservations, but I'm also going to be posting about it in the next few. Yes, thank you, honey. Thank you. I'm going to be posting about it in the next few weeks. I'll put it on my wall and you can get tickets. I know Rena Crunali-Bergi is going to be there. She already told me. So it's a party right off the bat. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Michael Miller. Oh my God, it's hot with thunderstorms in Boston. We had a few thunderstorms, Rena. It's been a little crazy out here. Actually, oh my God, I was working at Brandy's Sunday night and it downpoured so crazy that literally water was like just gushing down the street. What, Leo?
I moved 3,000 miles away, and that's exactly the same weather I had over the past week. Thunderstorms and humidity, and I feel close to you right now, like we're in the same room.
You know what? We might as well be. We might as well be because it's the same. The weather is the same. It's like, remember that song, We're Underneath the Great Same Big Sky.
Oh, somewhere out there. Oh,
I know. I
that's
love that
Linda.
song. Always makes me cry. Hector Garcia is watching. Hi, Hector. Okay, I think we are ready to roll. Oh, Cheryl Giuliani Rubenstein. Cheryl, welcome home, honey.
Hi,
She is
Cheryl.
out of the hospital, and
Oh,
we're
good.
so happy you're on your way home, honey. We're glad you're okay. Brian Johnson. Hey, baby. He is my friend from high school. He's an amazing DJ. Works a ton. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to be at the Emerson Inn in Rockport along with 4 other people. It's going to be a great show. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's a 70s nostalgia show. We're doing all 70s, Fleetwood Mac, just like anything you can imagine. Neil Diamond, Carly Simon,
Linda Ronstadt, Melissa
all that stuff.
Manchester.
We're doing Gladys Knight. We're the stylistics. We're going back to the 70s. So it's going to be great. I know we like that music so much. I love that stuff. Brings me right back. So I don't want enough about me now. We have
Speaking of music.
amazing. Speaking of amazing, we have the amazing Tim Moss and the amazing Joe Gulla. And I heard a rumor that Tim Moss, Chauncey Dandridge has joined us. Hi, and of course you know Tim Moss. Yes, let's bring Tim on, please, to boost up the fabulousness in the room. How did we get Tim Moss?
Anything for you. What's the story with Maria?
Oh my God, I love you. My neighbor, by the way.
I know we're neighbors. I love that. And congratulations on 4 years. That's so amazing.
How fun is that, Tim, right?
That's wonderful. Congrats. Yay.
Thanks, honey bunny. May I just say that you always do, but tonight you look extra fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I love the blue picks up all that, what you're wearing just picks up your eyes and your fabulous hair and all that. That's kind of your signature now. That little sweep has become your signature, right? Yeah, I love it. Now,
Mark Dialis.
Now you were recently traveling because I follow you, of course. So did you travel across the country? What were you doing?
Well, I hadn't seen my family in almost 2 years, and I'm originally from the Midwest, from Indiana. So I went out there and worked my way across the state, seeing family for about a week. And then I just got back and had to leave with Ike Avelli because we were doing 50 Shades of Gay up at Providence, Rhode Island.
We
popped by one day into Massachusetts.
Oh my God. I love Ike. I love
right?
Ike. So talented, so funny, but also so nice. What a nice person, right?
Yeah, he's one of my besties, definitely.
Yeah, and he said the same thing about you when he was on the show a few weeks ago.
Oh my God! And you put the two of us in a car for a few hours. It's
I can't imagine that. You know what? Listen. You should Facebook Live next time you're in a car together. Just even if it's for a minute.
We did a couple of videos. They're on my Facebook page.
I mean, I can only imagine how funny that would be.
Yeah, we were just driving along, and we just decided to try to say "rubber baby buggy bumpers" fast, and that was just, we were in hysterics for a few days.
Oh, I can imagine. It's like, that's how I feel around my friend Susan Campanero.
I love it. I
can't stop laughing. When she says, whatever she says, I can't stop laughing. So it's great. Now, Tim, you have so much going on. I want to make sure we hit all the highlights. So Junk the musical.
Oh.
I mean, I'll name some things, but if you think of anything that I've forgotten, please.
Okay.
So Junk the musical, tell us about that. What do we need to know about Junk the musical?
Junk the musical is probably the highlight of my career. I'm officially a movie star. Yay!
Wow.
I star in this. It's a full-length feature called Junk. It's LGBT. It is a musical, and there's only 2 people in the cast, just me and my co-star Robbie Wayne, who's from Palm Springs,
Really?
out near Leo. Yes.
Oh my God, Leo is right there in the mountains. When you go to Palm,
up.
Yes.
how
Yes,
cool is
and
that?
it's an original script. It was adapted from a musical, a play, and it was by far the most challenging but creative and incredible artistic experience of my life.
And why do you say that? Because I know you've done a lot of different things.
I've done a lot of film, but this was, again, only 2 people in the cast, which means basically every frame I'm in, which is wonderful, but also
Challenging.
I'm in every frame.
Right,
It
right.
was so much work. You got no break whatsoever for a month.
Wow.
Yeah, but we are so grateful for the outcome and the response that we've got. Michael Musto had reviewed that, well, and also my cabaret show, which I want to mention too.
Yes, please.
But, yeah, he had said it was a very special film, and we're so grateful for everybody's response to the movie that watch it, because
That's amazing.
it's unlike anything that's out there, because usually a gay movie, the most beautiful man in the world falls in love with the other most beautiful man in the world, and then they fight and argue, and oh my God, they get together at the end. This is not that movie. This is about an older gay man and a younger gay man that go in to clean out the house of a recently deceased man. And they put his life together based upon his possessions, and they argue continuously and have to stop every now and then to break into song. And
That sounds incredible, actually.
it really is. We're very, very proud of this movie. Absolutely.
That sounds. And who wrote the film?
The brilliant Michael Penny from North Carolina, and it's based on 2 real characters, 2 actual people.
I believe it. I mean, when you mentioned the premise, I thought I can see that happening over and over again.
Yeah, I play the role of Miss Lily, who was in the South before we really had a name for trans. She ended up living the final years of her life as a woman.
Wow.
In the South. And
oh my God. Behind the firing squad.
Yeah, she was a tough broad, man.
That's great. When does that come out? When can we see that?
Well, we're working on distribution right now, but it is available on ViewStub, viewstub.com.
Okay, viewstub.com.
I think if you type in Junk or Junk-the-music.
There it is. Leo's popped it up. Leo's amazing, by the way, everybody.
I know.
Everybody needs a Leo in their life. I wish I could package Leo. And anyway, John Pandish has joined us. Melissa Driscoll has joined us. She was on our show last week, which was great.
Hi, everybody.
Live from the Stonewall. And Melissa's amazing and kind and helpful and just a wonderful person. And her wife became a U.S. citizen today. Her wife's from South Africa. So shout out.
Congratulations.
To Leonie. How wonderful. So many great things are happening. Okay, so you are one of the examples of you literally flew out of that cannon and you're back in the world doing incredible artistic things. Tim, I saw you a few months ago. During the pandemic, I dropped off Sauce. We met in the park.
That was
I had
so
both
great.
My dogs. You were so cute. It was freezing.
That sauce was incredible.
Oh,
my
thank
God.
you, honey. We had our masks on, and now look at we're back.
Yeah.
So, what are you? Tell me what else you're doing. You're at Pangea doing a show.
Well, yeah, I just did a reboot of my cabaret show, which got critical acclaim here in New York. That show, Michael Musto said, turns out to be one of the best shows in the city.
And tell me the name of that show.
Get any better review than that. But it's called Tim Moss, Alive, Fun, Fabulous, Flamboyant.
I love it. And you're so fun. You know what I love about you, Tim? You're such a happy person. And you're so authentic. You know, I mean, in the gay world, it's easy to go overboard. Of course, we all know that, and that's kind of what we're known for, right? But
Right.
what it is about you is you do all the flash and all the glitter, but you're so authentic in your joy for what you do that it's just like it warms my heart. You know, anything I've watched that you're in is so. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And in my cabaret show, which again I'm going to try later in the fall, possibly winter, to revive the show again. I reveal why I'm so happy all the time is because I fell off the face of the earth for 20 years, literally for 2 decades of my life. It's quite a miracle that I'm sitting here talking to you today. And so I don't sweat the small stuff anymore. And what I do in the cabaret show is I take the audience down through my dark days when I was facing death, and then I bring them up for a fabulous ending. And we all sing along.
I love it. Well, that comes through. That really shines through. You know, and there's so much joy in watching you and being around your energy. It's like it just makes me. I guess what you just said about what I pick up is I'm picking up gratitude. Is what you're talking about. You're grateful to be here, and I feel that when I watch you. I feel happy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm in the moment, and I feel joy, and I just want to thank you for that. It's contagious.
Thank you. Now, also, I kind of went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
June, because I'm an LGBT activist, and most of the Pride events had been canceled this year. Well, as soon as June started, everybody started coming out, and they put everything back on the schedule. So I was running over here hosting this show, and then running over there and performing in this one, and I was pulling off sometimes 2 to 3 events a night.
Really?
Insane. But it was so much fun. So I went from just being confined at home to running from borough to borough and event to event. And I found out I also just turned 60.
What?
In May. Yes.
Happy birthday, honey.
Thank you. But I was like, oh my God, I'm not in my 20s anymore.
I know. I hear you, honey. I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
But it's so worth it. It's all been worth it. I've had a ball. And I do a show also with Chauncey.
Yes. Oh my God. I love Chauncey so much. I work with Chauncey on Mondays at the Stonewall Inn upstairs from 8 to 2 p.m. at the piano bar. I'm crazy about Chauncey.
Yeah, I do a show that I co-host with Wendy Stewart, and Chauncey is our producer. It's called If These Walls Could Talk, and we interview different people in the mostly in the music field of music.
Well, you know, I love Chauncey's such a great writer, a songwriter.
Right?
Oh my God! Sometimes he's so humble about it. He'll say, "Oh, I'm just gonna play this thing for you." Yeah, I've been working. I was like, Chauncey, that's really good. And then his videos, the video of one of the songs that he wrote, it's so great. And then he also works on videos. He worked on another video with Brandon James Gwynn that was incredible. Chauncey is multi-talented.
He is. I love him.
But he doesn't ring his own bell a lot.
Right.
He just lets the work speak for itself. And I love that. Rosemary LeBlanc has joined us from Florida. Hello, Rosemary. How are you, sweetheart? She's such a lovely person.
You always have the most lovely people around you and tuning in. I mean, they're always just so sweet, so nice, so supportive, and I love you. And
I love you too, honey. You know what I think it is? I think that happy people have to stick together.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of negativity in the world, and not just because of what just happened, but you know, people they can tend to lean towards the negative and complain a lot. And you know, I feel like especially now, we just came out of such a hard time. Like, let's just be nice.
I agree.
Let's stop complaining and comparing, and let's just enjoy life, you know?
Yeah, because my thing is didn't you learn anything while you were in lockdown, you know?
You know what's funny that you said that? I was doing this thing on the mic where I said, listen, for all those foxhole prayers during the pandemic, please let me live. Please let me live. Please let me live. I'll do anything. Well, now, guess what? Now don't go back to being an asshole just because you skated through, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you made it to the other side. Don't be that person.
Exactly. Be grateful for it.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So what is the show that you're doing at Pangea, which is the talk show? You do that Wednesdays at 2?
Wednesdays at 2:00. Yeah, it's live on my Facebook feed. It's
Okay.
Tim Moss, TYMMOSS. And again, you can follow me on all social media. It's Tim Moss and on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all that. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, honey. So
But
let me
yeah,
see.
That's Wednesdays at 2:00 live from Pangea.
So you really are like, you never stop. When's your birthday?
Pretty much. Yeah, in May.
Are you a Taurus or a
I'm
Gemini?
a hardcore Taurus.
I'm
Stubborn.
a Gemini. Really? I
Oh
don't
God,
see
yeah.
you as stubborn. Is that true?
But it works for me when I set my mind to something. I will stop at nothing to see it.
Okay. Well, I like that. I have a few Taurian friends, and you're right. They're very, they're direct and they're ducks in a row. So I
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you got a lot going on, honey. I'm really impressed. And I know, like, during Pride Month, every time I literally got on Facebook, you were doing something else. So, it's
And
so
also,
great.
I'm in a show called Theality TV.
Yes,
which is
I
a
wrote that
reality
down.
show. Yeah, that was so much fun. What we did was we put up an entire musical in 2 weeks
Wow.
with casting and rehearsals and read through and all of that, and with 2 weeks, and it was insane. And we
Oh,
filmed.
there it is. And there's Michael Musto
Yeah,
again.
there's Michael. He was in that. Yeah.
So he's in it as well.
Well, he's
This
kind
looks
of
so fun.
the host. Yeah.
Wow, I
Oh
love
my
it.
God, the drama. It shows like all the backstage drama, what goes on before the show, and the bitching and the cattiness. And,
Oh my God, I love it. So Theality
Hysterical.
TV, meaning the reality of behind the scenes of theater.
yeah, exactly. Of
Oh
kind of
my
like
God,
community
that
theater.
sounds so fun.
Yeah, and we had Fred Rosser, who was the WWE's first out gay wrestler, championship wrestler.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Fred
that's
is there.
so cool.
It was
That's amazing.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of
So-
drama for a comedy, for a musical comedy. So
I love it. Okay, so there's a lot that people can follow you
yeah.
and watch,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing. It's never boring with Tim Moss. I'll tell you that much.
No.
Never boring. But you know what I love about you too? You're not mean. You know, a lot of times, like that bitchy. You know what? Sometimes,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's funny and all that. But there's sometimes I shy away from it because it gets too mean for me.
Oh, same here. Same
You're
here.
not that person, and I thank you
Mhm.
for not being that person.
Yeah,
'Cause-
my pleasure.
That field is crowded enough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of the drag queens are kind of known for being bitchy and catty and all.
Yeah, but that's their shtick. You know, like,
Right.
okay, I get that.
Right.
But
And
not,
there could be a fine line there, you know, but,
Yes.
but yeah, I'm just like, I'll leave that to them.
perfect. I'll leave that to you. Yeah, I don't need to jump on that bandwagon. So Rosemary LeBlanc from Florida says, doing great, cool show. Rosemary, stick around because we have more show. Now,
Yes.
Tim, I don't know if you have to go anywhere, but if
Nope.
you don't mind hanging out for a while in the green room, because we're going to pull Joe Gullah in. And do you know
yeah.
Joe? Do you know Joe?
I don't. I know of Joe, but I don't. We haven't met yet, so I'm looking
You
forward to meeting
two
him.
would be such great friends. Joe is so much fun. Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna pull.
I'm
Joe
happy
in.
to. I'll stick around, and
Please.
I'll come back.
Oh my God, there he
Oh,
is.
wait. I'm glad I have a chance to say it to Tim. I don't know you, but I want to know you.
I
Oh,
know. Likewise.
I mean, seriously, you were saying it. I'm like, Tim, I sort of came out of the cannon pretty good after COVID, but you were like out of the cannon.
yes.
I am
She
like
was shot out of the cannon.
nervous. I'm excited for you. I feel inspired. I feel energized by you. I lit a candle from. I lit
Yeah.
a candle.
And he
Oh
lit a
my
candle
God.
for you.
I lit a candle.
Listen, if you think you're tired, you say to yourself, well, if Tim Moss can get up every day and get out there and do 500 things, I have to.
That
Yeah.
is my new mantra.
Yeah,
I
that's
light
it.
a candle, and I'm going to say, if Tim Musk can do it, I can.
I
Tim
can
Moss.
do it. I can do
totally
it. Why can't we all be more like Tim Moss?
All right. We solved
Oh, God, I love it.
problems in my first 2 minutes. I love it.
I love it. Well, Tim, stick around. Don't go far.
I
We'll
will.
pull you back in when we do the food section of our show. Joe Gullah. Now, look, let me just tell you something.
Okay.
We all talk about how handsome you are, but tonight you are extra handsome. What's happening? What's going on that you're extra handsome?
Figured out how to do a light.
Oh,
It makes me look everything you just said.
okay,
And
maybe that's it.
Hearing that from you is a special compliment because when I watch your show and I watch your show
I
and
know.
I see live, your skin, and I know
Well, I sell the Rodan and Fields and I use it.
Right.
You know that.
you are a walking, living, breathing advertisement of that because you are.
I like to have good skin. You know who? Listen, you know who was my skin guru?
No.
For years, Jerry Diefenbach, our mutual friend.
Who I was. He was.
I know you have to. I'm dying to talk about your show, and I saw pictures of you and Jerry. I know you.
I see him. Yes.
But Jerry used to say to me, "Extra handsome Joe." You see, my cousin Rena Crugnali says, "Extra handsome Joe." It's true. Rena, you would love Joe. But anyway, Jerry always said to me, "Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize." That's the trick to staying young. And I took him literally.
Well, what's really funny is I say that to people as well, and I know Jerry maybe even longer than you do.
Yes, I think you do.
And maybe he was saying it back then, and I listened to Jerry.
Yeah, we all listen to Jerry. Jerry, I'm going to tell him this after the show. I'm going to send him the show and say, Jerry, it's because of you that we look so youthful.
Can we? We love Jerry Diefenbach.
Yes, very much.
It sounds trite, but
No.
he's a lovely soul. His talent is shocking. It was so fun for me. I mean, I don't have to introduce Jerry to anybody. He's very popular in Manhattan. But some of my people didn't know him, and they came to see me, but they were given the gift of Jerry and Susan before I went on. And not that I watched them then, but later we went out afterwards to
Yeah.
watch people get introduced to people like Jerry. And
I know. I know. We're so lucky. We're surrounded by such amazing talent, right? They're just our friends, but they're so talented.
I'm thankful for it all the time. It was like I say that the Duplex and the Cabaret World raised me as a gay man, and I'm so happy that was my parent. I mean, I had parents who I loved, but
Yeah.
it was a wonderful place. to
Years. Well, it's like I think like the average kid learns what they learn in school and in the street and all that, right?
Of course.
The gay kid learns what they learn in theater and drama club and then when our college, our like college of life is the cabaret clubs.
But meaning that was our college of life. We were
Yes, that's what I mean.
that is our particular one, because there are other people that graduate to another college of
Right.
gay life or downtown life or whatever. Not to say it's better or worse.
Right.
I feel lucky to have to have been involved in the world we are, and we still are. And
We still are.
I can't find you. Meaning I know you're doing your thing, but you've changed nights.
I have changed nights. Thank
I have
you.
to get that organized in my brain because
Well, I have to organize it in my brain because half the time I don't know if I'm coming or going. But Leo is going to actually update my website, and I'm going to have all my nights there. You can see it because Monday I'm at the Stonewall with Susan Campanero and Chauncey Dandridge and Brandon James Gwynn. Wednesdays I'm at the Duplex with G Enrique, who is amazing, and Zach Nolan, who's such a new wonderful guy on the scene.
on Wednesday. That's Wednesday.
Wednesday's the Duplex.
Okay, that's fine.
And then Fridays, I'm at Brandy's, and many Saturdays, I'm at Brandy's as well.
Okay.
So,
And you're going to tell me that. I'm going to read it on his site, on the new website. And what am I going to do? 5 minutes before
I
want
know you're going to forget. But listen, always check my website, and that's where I'll put it. Now, listen, enough about me. I want to talk about you, seriously. So, Russell Carbone, who is my cousin, by the way, on my father's side,
Okay.
he says, captivating show, Maria. Wish I could stay, but I'm about to do some diving here in the morning. He's way out. Looking forward to catching another show. Yes, Russell, continue what you're doing. He is in the Philippines right now. He's an adventurer, and so he's out there. He does amazing stuff. Now, Joe,
Yeah.
let us please talk about
Yeah.
the Bronx Queen.
Yes.
I know you've done it many times, but you just did it again. You rebooted it at
Yes.
54 Below. That's not an easy room to fill, and
No.
you always sell out. How did it go?
Okay, well, first, what's neat about it is, if you recall, I made my 54 Below debut with the Bronx Queen right before COVID, right? And of
Right.
course, as usual, I advertised it on your show.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why it sells out, by the way, let's
No, I mean, you sell out because people love you, but I like to help my friends and promote them. So that's,
I really do. So it went really well. I mean, it went well. I mean, that was my introduction to them and theirs to me, and they liked me, and I was honored, and I loved working there. And they immediately booked me for Back by Popular Demand category to come back.
I love it.
And I was about to do it, but of course, I'm not sure if you heard, but there was a major pandemic.
Yeah, something. I heard something about it. Yeah.
I'll tell you about it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So meaning I didn't go immediately back, but they were really so encouraging throughout the pandemic. I really learned this about that particular venue. They really were hopeful. They were really working for the artists, and they wanted to do something as soon as they could. So they kept rebooking us, the ones
Wow.
which is really nice. It was nice to
Yeah.
have that feeling that something was coming up, perhaps, or there was hope on the horizon.
Yes, hope on the horizon. I love that.
Yeah, it was great. And so it kept getting rebooked, and then suddenly it got booked. Coincidentally, on my birthday, by the way, that was on Friday.
Yes, that's right. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
July 23rd was your birthday, and I didn't know that. I knew the show was coming up, and then I saw on Facebook that your birthday. I said, "Oh my God, he's doing a show on his birthday," which is wonderful. It's a great feeling.
I purposely didn't say it's my birthday and I'm doing the show because I didn't want any Italian Catholics to feel obligated to come to the show for that reason. I wanted them to make the decision. And then
Oh my God, Joe. Well,
Yes.
we have bonded on the Italian Catholic
Always.
Kids,
Always.
and your stories, your shows, and your stories are all about being Italian and hysterical, and the whole Catholic thing. It's really, I mean,
You must relate to this. I know you do. But what's funny is I told these same exact stories that are all true
yeah,
in my life. And the family would laugh, and people I would meet along the way at college laughed. And I just thought, well, we all are sharing our stories, and everyone's laughing. And everyone
Right.
always told me, you have to write them down. You have to do a show. You have to do this. And I thought, I'm not doing anything. I'm telling you what my grandmother did yesterday. I'm saying what my mother said to me. I really didn't realize it would be so marketable and that it would work so well. And I'm glad it does, of course, but I want to share something I believe. I really do believe everybody could do this, meaning I think everybody's story could be interesting to other people if told in a thoughtful / creative way. I really do.
I agree with you, Joe.
I mean, really, really boring. I don't think so. I mean, everybody has a grandmother. Everybody has some crazy family shenanigan that occurred. I don't know.
You know what? I agree with you, and I'll tell you why. Because one of the reasons that the show is called "What's the Story" is because, well, Italians, they don't say like, "Oh, I'm curious about that person." They go, "What's the story with that guy?" And I grew up with hearing my father say it, hearing my uncles say it, hearing my cousins be like, "That guy, what's his story?"
But even something like that will get a laugh because no one says that. We
say that, so we get it. You got it. But it's true. To Italians, everybody has a story. There's something what's behind that. So I agree with you. And I used to do that with my kids, when I taught different things over the years. But in the 90s, I was teaching in Sunset Park. And my kids, they were like high intense. I mean, it was an intense time to be in the city.
Yeah,
and the area that I worked in, these kids had very challenging lives, to say the
By the
least.
way, I worked weirdly in graphic design in Sunset Park during that time. And I'm from the Bronx, and that was challenging. Even that was more challenging.
Okay, so you
I-
understand. I don't even have to. before Red Hook was fabulous. Red Hook was
It makes me laugh when I hear how fabulous Red Hook is.
where you dump the bodies, basically. I mean, we laugh about it, but as Italians, we understand that. But not to scare anybody, we just telling stories. But I used to sit around with my kids because I taught improv acting and vocals, and we used to just tell stories. And so I would start it by saying like something that we all had in common. You know, whatever it was. And I would start the story about something in my family. And then we would start passing it. And we would talk about our lives and stories. And some of it was funny and some of it was painful. These kids had some hard stories, but they shared it together in a circle.
Well, that's, first of all, that's a beautiful exercise. And you would be the perfect person to do that. That's one that I love hearing what you just said. But don't mistake, I mean, my show is more often billed as a comedy, understandably, and thankfully a lot of laughs. But I share some real pain in my story.
I know.
Serious things that, I went through emotionally and otherwise. Not to sound macabre, it's not dark, but meaning it's definitely not just comedy. It sounds like it would be, and that's what I like to think, if you read this review that I got, that there's a lot more to it. And I'm glad that word is getting out now, because I didn't want to, it was fun for me to see people mistake the show for, first, a drag show, the Bronx Queen. Second, just me, the Bronx Queen. But it really is actually much more layered than that. And I never wanted to give that away. I wanted that to become like a word of mouth thing. And now it is. And I kind of am enjoying that. And
I love it. So speaking of Broadway.com, you got a wonderful, wonderful review. And they're not just giving out great reviews for free. They have a high standard, and they will tell the audience what the audience needs to know. And your show got amazing reviews. So I'm so happy for you.
You know how that goes. You don't know. I don't want to know a reviewer is there. I'm okay. I'm not going to change anything, or I'm going to try my best not to, but I'd rather not know. Because of some other thing, I found out a reviewer would be there. So of course, you get the friend of Michael.
Michael Miller.
Relax. And then you forget it,
Right.
And then you don't think about it until the next morning, and you go,
right.
Oh, I'm going to get some Google alert, and it's going to ruin my day. I'm so happy with how it went, and blah, blah, blah. And there I was. I mean, this is not a brag, because I'm still shocked and thrilled by the way that person interpreted my shows. Everything I would want. So I'm as a fellow artist, that it was one of those fantastic cherries on the Sunday,
Yes.
Right.
And Susan Campanero says she loves you, Joe. Joe is the best. He is. She's always raving about you. She had a wonderful experience.
I don't like planning stories, but I have one for you that's going to touch your heart, and it involves Susan.
Please.
First of all, you, and I told you this when we spoke, either we texted or we spoke quickly during COVID. I watched, you were so transparent about your feelings when you were vulnerable early on, and when you seemed frightened at certain points. I watched you be real, and I watched you get strong. And then I watched you go back to Maria to help others with what was happening, right? So I know you took it all very seriously, as we all did, but I actually watched doing it through your posts, right? So I didn't know we were suddenly going to be doing the show, obviously. Suddenly we were allowed to, and I happened to be booked, so it worked out. And so then you go into normal mode, preparing the show, doing the show, this and that, call Susan, get everybody ready, fine. Anyway, you don't think about anything till now you're standing, the lights go down, I'm with Jerry Diefenbach, Susan Campanero, and me, backstage, waiting to go on, and now you're in like, oh, I'm going to do the show right now. As the first time I noticed, wow, the audience doesn't sound the way they used to. They were rusty, they weren't, they weren't at theater in a long time. They weren't, they didn't sound negative, but it wasn't that same tittering. It was quieter, okay? So Susan and Jerry go on in front of me, and she's undeniably Susan. He's undeniably Jerry.
I love it.
It was fun for me to be watching, behind, and really loving that they were doing that. a guy from the kitchen. You know, those guys have seen every show 15,000 times. or whatever.
Right.
He comes out, this little tough guy, and stands next to me to watch them. And he's smiling with such a happy, a really great smile. And I tapped him and I said, aren't they like incredible? And he turned to me, he was crying. And he said, we need this right now.
Joe, that's beautiful.
Maria waits. Yes.
Oh
So
my God. That's
suddenly,
beautiful.
what they were doing to me suddenly seemed so much more, it was still as fun and wonderful, but important. And for me, although I was in my usual, centered place, it recalibrated my whole, goal. I had just went out there and realized there was going to be some more work and different work to do.
Right.
A little more responsibility to think about the last minute, but for a good cause. And so it went well. But the moral of the story, because I know this is what you preach all the time, is I really believe it's going to be the artists that are going to guide everyone out of this. Not just because we happen to be them, but I saw this happen. And it
Wow.
wasn't me performing at that moment. You know what I mean? It was people who I love, people who I enjoyed performing. But isn't that profound?
Yes, it is profound. And I thank you for sharing that, because you know what? As artists, sometimes I think we don't realize like we're still doing what we're doing, because I personally, what I realized in COVID? That I can't stop doing what I do just because the world stopped having venues. That's why I was making videos online and all my friends were, because we can't stop what we are, because we shrivel. We would die.
I
We
agree.
need to create like
agree.
writing. I'm sure you wrote a lot more. I wrote a lot more. So it's so wonderful to know that the world welcomes us back, and that, like we weren't in the essential category, and that's okay with me, because these poor essential people were like, they really got slapped around in
Oh, yeah.
harrowing ways, and I'll always be grateful to them. But what I think is that we realized that we were important in the world, that people were happy to hear us, happy to see us, and that the world is like flown back out now. Every club I work in is packed.
We were there. I know. And it's great.
It's wonderful. And
But
people
it's
are
jarring.
so happy.
No, but yes, it is. And yes, it's welcome. And we had a blast doing the show and going out afterwards and places like all the places you work. But it's interesting that the rustiness is there, and that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great to be reminded of it and that what we could do about it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice thing to learn. And I was really happy
Absolutely.
to share that with you.
I agree with you. Now, don't go anywhere. We're going to bring Tim Moss back in, and we're going to do the food section of the show.
Go.
Hey.
There he is. Hi, Tim.
Must feel like you met you.
Oh my God, I'm on the bottom. How
You-
did
oh, Tim.
It's not gonna work. Like,
Wait, where's Leo?
No,
Leo?
move over.
Oh, move over. Move over.
I am
This
definitely in the wrong corner here, Leo.
is fantastic.
But Joe,
This
I
is-
cannot wait to see your show. Oh
Oh
my
my God, and vice versa. Until I love to have you.
It's
I
amazing.
I have to say, with Susan, this has been you two have really just, this show is so great. It is so packed with talent. The stories that you guys are telling, and I've been watching every show, Maria. You've been on the road for 206 episodes, and you guys have just really
Well, because
um,
Joe and I are like brother and sister, because we had the same upbringing. We really did, in separate states, and it's just. But anyway, okay. So now it's the food
Well,
section of our
taking
show.
that hey, I'm taking that Leo compliment, Maria. That was pretty.
I know. I mean, it is amazing.
Can I just say just one thing? I love
Of
the
course.
story of Susan, because for our first, I love Susan as well. But just that is our responsibility, is just to be our authentic selves and to do what we do, which is entertain.
Yes.
And people, I've noticed the same thing, Maria. The places are packed and people are loving it. They're
Yes.
just loving being back, being together, and being entertained. So that's what we're here to do.
And you know what else I find? Like, especially I find this when I'm at Brandy's, because Brandy's is built a certain way that you're very close to the audience.
Uh-huh.
And it's really not a stage. You are part of the audience when you perform. They literally are hanging on every word we say.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so ready to sing their hearts out. So like when I get up there, I always do huge group numbers. So I get them like call and response stuff, and they are screaming
Yes.
at the top of their lungs, like with song, and they're so happy. They're like kids. They're so happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, Joe, what you were just saying, you're right. It's like I know it's not too much to use the word ambassador. Like we are ambassadors of happiness
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Because the world has got so dark and so grim and so hopeless that I feel like it's up to us, because we're silly, we take risks, we're goofballs, and we're vulnerable, and we put ourselves out there. It's up to us to be ambassadors of joy. It's like, you can come out now. There's a party going on. It's okay to come out. And I think that's important. That's why we got to keep doing what we're doing and never throw in the towel. You know, I say this and it's almost like a curse I'm putting on myself, but I hope I do this till the day I die. I hope I'm entertaining till the day I die. I wouldn't mind dying with a microphone in my hand, seriously.
Yeah.
Because that's my happiest place in the world.
Same here.
Yes. Yay.
Yes. Yes. I am totally at home with a spotlight and a microphone.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let me just do the food section of our show.
Yay!
Okay, so the section of our show is called Go Ahead, Keep Eating. On the count of 3, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, go ahead, keep eating. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go
ahead. Keep
Eating.
All right, so today I had such a busy day. I didn't have time to cook. But what I did do, Tim, and you'll appreciate this, when I don't have time to cook, I go to Mullicone, which is right in our neighborhood.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
And they make the best Dominican chicken ever. Because this is Little
Absolutely.
DR, you know. So this is the little Dominican chicken from Mullicone. All I did was buy chicken. They hack it in 4s. I can't wait to eat this. It's so
and that
good.
little green sauce on this. Oh,
Yes, that little green lime sauce. My friend Greg Schlotthauer says it's like a combination of lime and fabuloso. I don't know what. It's hysterical. But that's what it's so good. And Susie, as a matter of fact, when Susie comes up, Tim, you should meet us. Susie's going to come up and have lunch up here.
Oh, God, yes. Let me know. I would love to.
Okay. And then what did I make for salad? Because I love salad. Thank God. Because if I didn't eat salad, I'd be 400 pounds. So even though this is more of a fall salad, but I was really in the mood for this. So I have red leaf lettuce, English cucumber.
Right.
Yeah. Notice I got your attention. English cucumber, dill, red onions, and blue cheese crumble. How beautiful is that?
Ooh.
God,
I'm
yum.
going to put a pomegranate quince vinegar,
Oh.
which I got from New England Olive Oil Company. I love it. It's my favorite place. They make so go and check them out, New England Olive Oil Company. And then I'm going to just put a regular lemon olive oil also from New England Olive Oil Company.
Okay, see that's good because you puzzled me. Like I love the salad, and then you threw on the blue cheese, and I wondered how you were going to dress it.
Well, exactly. Now let me tell you, I've been back on the keto because I gained literally so much weight in COVID, and that's okay. It's okay.
Mhm.
But now that we're back in the world, I have to get back. So that's if anybody is thinking about going on the keto, it works for me. Works. And Italians, you know, we love our mozzarella. We can have mozzarella, prosciutto, all that Italian stuff, salami. So the chicken and that salad is keto. And then, you know, I love my desserts, but that's the only thing that sometimes is missing in keto. So what this is it's a little brownie. Atkins puts out all these different like dessert bars, but this one is really, really good. So if you're thinking about going on the keto, just to, you know, get back into your bikinis, I'm not going anywhere near mine. But you know what I got to say? I got to shout out to our African American sisters, because the white girls, they are so ridiculous. We're so ridiculous about our bodies, right? Like I'm not going to the beach until I got to tell you, every one of my African American girlfriends, they are out there in their bikinis and they are loving life.
Yep.
And it makes me, I got to tell you, it makes me say to myself, why do we drag ourselves to this shame?
I agree.
I'm telling you, they really are like, they are the poster children for like, just love yourself, man.
Yeah.
It's because Latinos, Latin people
Yeah.
have junk in the trunk.
Oh.
That is true. Listen, that is
We got
true.
the curves. The men, the
We do.
women, we got the curves.
I love it. So shout out to the Latinas and the African American girls
Mhm.
and enjoy your, because they make it okay for the rest of us to just be out there and love our bodies. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, so that's my food tonight. Now, oh, I can't believe the show's almost over.
What?
I can't believe this.
Oh my goodness.
I know it flew by. So Tim, I'm so glad that you're doing all that you're doing. Joe, I'm so glad that you're doing all that you're doing. Leo is so busy right now. Leo doesn't talk much about himself because Leo just is.
So where are you performing these days out there?
I'm not performing right now. I am actually. You want to know how to lose weight? I don't do keto, children. I became a camp director for some kids at our community center here and opened a video project with them and was running around all summer.
And it's
So-
amazing. He's making these videos with kids. And I swear to God, he showed me one before the show. I started tearing up because they talk about joy. They're dancing and having the best time. And Leo turns it into like these beautiful videos and they're having so much fun. It's just
I have to
incredible.
stop resenting the children for taking Leo from us. I have to be okay with Leo not being here now.
I know. He's way out in California now, Joe.
Fine, I visit often, but I still sort of sad that he's not nearby. I'd like access.
Well,
Well-
listen, if you guys go out to Idlewild, go out to Palm Springs,
That's
Leo's
right.
right there. Please do me a favor and Facebook Live together for me.
If
So
I would be
it's
with
complete-
Leo in Palm Springs, there will be a Facebook Live event for sure. Yes. with
Oh
great-
yeah.
You know,
Oh
another,
my goodness.
Yeah, by the way,
I'm
please
just
find me.
learning about. I am just about this scene in Palm Springs, and it's hot in here.
I know, baby, I know. There's a lot out there. So
There's
who
a
knows?
lot to
Maybe
learn.
we'll all go. We'll all go. Yeah, there is a lot. To
Oh,
learn.
I'm down for
Very
that.
good student, Maria. He's a very good student.
He's a wonderful Leo. I would be lost without Leo. Leo runs all this behind the scenes. I don't know how to do any of this.
Yeah.
Leo does all of it. So thank you, Leo. We love you.
It's because of shows like tonight that make it so worth it. I mean, it's just so awesome to sit and listen to the experience and the stories. And I mean, what's the story, right?
Yep. What's the story? So listen,
What's the story with Maria?
Jimmy has given us the 1 minute. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank Tim Moss and go and see everything that Tim Moss does. Go to timmoss.com. I want to thank Joe Gulla. Follow Joe Gulla on Instagram, on joegulla.com, on Facebook. I want to thank my buddy Leo. He is my right-hand man, my girl Friday. Love him. I want to thank Susan Campanero, who we're all connected to.
Susan!
Yay, we love Susie. And thank you for a wonderful show. Have a great rest of the week, and let's keep spreading joy. That's our job.
Absolutely.
That is our
That's the job. Mission
Okay.
accepted.
I got
Thank you. Love you guys.